pretty good too. Hey everybody, I'm JJ Johnson and you're watching Reality Survival. So today what we're going to do is we are going to take a look at the Schrade SCHF59. This is a pretty sweet little knife. I like the feel of it in my hand, and well, you know, we'll see how it performs here in a little bit. What I can tell you about it is that retail on this knife is less than 50 bucks, which is pretty impressive. It's made of 65 Mn high carbon steel, and it's got G10 handles on it with a pretty aggressive, tread, right here on the handles. And it feels really nice in the hand. It's got a little bit of jimping right here, for the thumb. You can get a pretty good, you can choke up on it pretty good to do some of that fine work. It's got Schrade's kind of standard coating over the blade, which in my experience with Schrade knives, and I've got several of them, it lasts pretty well, generally speaking. Now, I think this is the first knife that I've tested with the 65 Mn or NM, whichever it is. So we'll see how it sticks to this. But I like it a lot. I think it's pretty good, just as far as how it feels out of the box. Of course, performance may dictate differently, but got a little ferro rod that comes with it, with a striker as well, and it's got a made built-in ferro rod loop into the they call it a thermo molded plastic sheath. It's very similar to Kydex. I don't think it's going to come out of the this one's got a pretty secure lockup on it. It does have an adjustable ambidextrous belt loop, so you can change it around to be right or left-handed. Vertical carry, you could probably do vertical carry, you could probably do a lot of different ways. It's also got plenty of eyelets on the sheath, so if you wanted to basically just strap it to a plate carrier or a backpack or whatever the case may be, then you could do that as well. So it's got a lot of versatility. I think as far as I see this knife, I would put this in kind of my middle of the three knives, kind of a knife that's basically built to do a lot of tasks, a lot of the mid-ranging tasks, like maybe sharpen intent steaks and twist splitting wood and carving and whittling and those kinds of things, cutting rope and cordage and all that kind of stuff. The overall length of the knife is only 8 inches. I think the blade is like just shy of 4 inches or something like that. And so it's not really a knife that you're going to be doing a lot of heavy splitting with. Now you may be able to split some stuff, and we'll try splitting some stuff that's a couple inches in diameter or whatever, but you're not going to be doing any real big logs, So anyhow, with that, let's go ahead and get the testing started. Alright, so we'll go ahead and start this off with a little bit of splitting by driving the tip down through it. Tough piece of wood right there. There we go. It finally went through. Again, not really what this knife was designed for. Be more made for smaller tasks like twist splitting like this. Split this one up, see if we can get some feather sticks out of it. Alright, that'll work nicely. Pretty good job. It's kind of not the best stick for this, but edge could use a little touching up. Right out of the box, it was fairly sharp, but not as sharp as some of the other Schrade knives that I've gotten. Get some shavings out of this. Did pretty good on shaving. Okay guys, so that has been a look at the Schrade SCHF59. This is a pretty cool little knife. I like it a lot. I like the way it feels in my hand. It's really balanced, and it seems to do, you know, all the cutting tasks that you might need to do in a survival situation, you know, pretty well. Bushcraft kind of tasks and all that kind of stuff. I like the profile. I like the feel of it. It's got a little drop point on it. I don't really have anything too terrible bad to say about the knife. It seems like it's wearing okay too. Just that little bit of splitting and stuff like that. It shows some resistance, but it's not wearing it right off, which is nice, you know, because a lot of these coatings just come right off real quick. I'd say if I had to say anything bad about it, as with some of my previous gripes with Schrade knives, it's not with the knife itself, it's with the sheaths. And this sheath is actually really good, except for the belt loop. The belt loop is just kind of one big long loop, and so basically if you're wearing a more narrow belt, you know, like say a regular leather belt that's only like that thick, then you get a lot of up and down play on it, and that can cause some discomfort, like when you get in and out of a car, you know, or something like that. And so there's a pretty easy fix for it, which I'll end up doing to this one, and that's just to take some tape, you know, and wrap around kind of the bottom section here so that it'll keep it from adjusting. So it's kind of an easy fix, but if there was something that Schrade could include with this to let you adjust it custom to your belt, then that would be pretty cool. Now, I don't know if that would increase the cost, you know, to the point where it wouldn't be worth it or not, but it's just a thought. The ferro rod seems to work well. It's got a striker with it, you know, as well. I don't have any issues with those at all. I mean, I think it's a good little setup for under 50 bucks. I think that the knife's gonna last as long as you want to keep it. You know what I mean? I mentioned earlier that I did wish that it was just a little sharper out of the box. I didn't have the best edge right out of the box, and I think you could kind of see that somewhat on some of the feather sticks and stuff like that. It probably would have performed a little more effortlessly had it been just a touch sharper. But the good thing is that this 65 NM steel is supposed to be pretty good for durability and fairly easy to sharpen as well. So I will put a link down in the description below where you guys could go to Schrade's website to see more of the specifics on this knife. Like I said, overall I'd probably give it, I don't know, I'd probably give it like an 8 out of 10 stars. I don't, maybe 8.5 even. Overall it's a pretty good little knife, and I don't really have anything too terrible to say about it. It performed pretty well, and I think it's a pretty decent buy for the money. So check it out, you know. As always, guys, I definitely appreciate it when you click the thumbs up button, when you share it with your friends on Facebook, Twitter, and Google+. And don't forget to live the 6 P's. Prior preparation prevents poor performance. Stay safe, guys.